All right, welcome back to Gabe's Cave. Today, we have another interview with Matt Brown, Blazing Art. How you going?
I'm doing very well. Nervous, but
Oh, no, it's cool, it's cool. First question that's on everybody's minds. Toilet paper. Over the top or under?
whatever my wife likes.
Whatever she likes? Okay.
Whatever's not going to make her unhappy. So over.
I say over, because that's if you do it under, you're a savage.
Yeah, over then.
Right.
Yeah. when we have guests over, I guess it would be over.
Right. Well, we have you on. You have amazing artwork. I was by your booth earlier, and we took some footage of that. Actually, our producer Marty bought some originals, I believe.
Yes, she did.
I'll pull one of these out here. The
Yeah.
Joker here.
Yes, and the funny thing about it is, there's two symbols in there of the bat symbol in there, so I don't think everyone knew that. I like to put symbolism in my artwork. But I work in the field, and I guess in the medium of acrylic, watercolor, and epoxy.
Right. So, what's kind of your process when you're creating these pieces?
My process, it really depends on my mood. Kind of like Pablo Picasso, you can tell the type of mood that I'm in by the colors I use, and also by the brush strokes.
Right.
So I'm not a very moody person. I'm more chill.
And since you're a painter, I'm one of the and out of all the crew, I'm the big guy that's on painters. I'm a big painter guy. I saw you're using watercolors and some acrylics. What's your go-to brand? Or do you have a go-to?
I do have a go-to. I use Liquitex, and I also use the eco markers, and those are those two that I use. That I really love. I tried Copic markers, but I didn't get what I wanted because I like how to blend and stuff like that. So, but the Eco, you can get that at Michael's, and then also the Liquitex.
Okay, so I probably shouldn't try Bob Ross paint. I grew up. My mom painted, and
Right.
I grew up in the 90s, so she did a lot of Bob Ross paint.
Yes.
So definitely shouldn't start with Bob Ross, right?
I did hear that he has magical, paint. So yeah, if you want to be magical, then yes. If you want to be practical.
And since you're a painter and we're using acrylics, do you use a more traditional method? Or are you using the wet on wet technique? And how's that?
It really depends on the character that I'm using. Let's say if I'm painting Venom, then I'm going to use wet on wet. If I'm going to use Batman, then I'm going to use dry, because you get more bolder lines. If you use Harley Quinn, depending on the style of Harley Quinn, then I tend to see that she's more sweaty because she's more active. Then I'm going to use a variety, whether it is wet on wet, dry on dry, and stuff like that, depending on her clothing. And face-wise, I usually wet on wet on her face because she's more sweaty.
And how do you choose what you do? Because I saw there was a good mix of DC over there, but what's
I'm a big. It really depends on what I watch on television. I love cartoons, so that's all I watch. I watch cartoons, so I don't even know what's going on in the world because I'm watching cartoons. I love the nostalgia. So if I think to myself, if I'm watching He-Man, I wonder if I can draw him and paint him. What would it look like? Or if I just finished the Bad Batch. And I thought to myself, oh, that'd be cool if I can do a series of Bad Batch, because I love Dave Filoni and his work is, it's impactful, and he's a great storyteller. So then I tried to convey what he did into my artwork. So it goes back to my emotional feelings, and my attachment to that character. So
You had a lot of originals. You had some prints. Do you take any kind of commissions for anybody?
I do commissions, yes, and when I do a commission, I don't ever reprint them over again. They get the original. Any original paintings that I do, I will never reprint them over again,
Right.
and I won't ever duplicate that painting again, because I want that person to have an original piece, and I want them to feel special. And that's one thing that they're getting. They're getting a piece of me, and that's not going to be duplicated ever again.
So say someone out there is seeing this and loves your artwork. How can they get a hold of you to try to schedule a commission?
They can contact me via email at blazonart@gmail.com. They can contact me on my Instagram at blaze_n_art. And love to have y'all contact, and we can I can create whatever you're wanting.
Okay. Do you have any other projects going on? Are you scheduled for any more events?
I am scheduled for events all the way up to November. And the funny thing about it is I just started in this art realm in February.
Okay.
So I met McLean McGuire back in February, and awesome guy. He just kind of got me started into this.
Right. Well, it looks like you got a good foot in the door, because you have great artwork.
Thank you.
And if our producer Marty is buying artwork, it's good. Okay, he's got 2 pieces, so you're definitely amazing stuff.
Thank you.
And if you want to show some more, I see you got your book there.
I did. Chris Hayes I did the Detour.
Right.
I got to do his front cover of the Detour. If you get a copy of it, awesome. And this was it's actually a painting. So kind of get that creepy feel of 1980s. And then I also did the inking for the Flawless one, and that was really cool. Beautiful artwork inside. That was a challenge. I'd never done inking before. This is my first inking job. And then I have some my original pieces. So if you want to take a look at one of my favorite that I did was, like we talked about, the Venom, that I did here.
And what did you call that sheen? The symbiote sheen? Is that
Yeah,
what it
the
is?
symbiote sheen. Used epoxy on that because it kind of beads up the water, and so you get kind of a little gooey feel. And I love Venom, so but this is a wet on wet with epoxy. So
That is definitely sick, and that's a wall hanger.
it is.
So contact him and get it.
And I do have this, and I have a bunch of others. So come by my booth.
Yeah, definitely. If you see him at an event, hit him up. I mean, it's amazing artwork.
Thank you, Gabescape, for allowing this to take place. So, and everyone out there, I appreciate you taking the time to let me share my life. So,
Hit him up, guys.